welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be giving you our thoughts and review on the movie called Red One. The Red One, I believe.
No, it's just Red One.
Just Red One. I'm here with Ice Goddess, and I'm Cheshire's Top Cat. But yeah, Red One was a movie. Was it just made for streaming?
I think so. I think it's a Amazon Prime stream, or it appeared to be. I don't think it had like a limited release. Like I know a lot of movies lately have been doing like a limited theater release and then going out and doing the streaming service, whatever that is. But I don't think this one did. I think it strictly was made for Amazon.
But we watched that last night. You know, Christmas movie, Christmas time of year. So I was intrigued by it, and I just hadn't had time to do it yet. And then Yara apparently was interested too, because she's the one that recommended it for last night.
Yeah, I'd been kind of like seeing a few things, and I'm not a huge rock fan. I feel like I just feel like a lot of stuff that he does is all very much the same. But I do like Chris Evans and Lucy Liu. So like it was cool to like see something else with them in it that wasn't necessarily super action packed, but yet still action packed enough. So I was curious enough to watch it.
Well, and I was excited to see J.K. Simmons in this movie. He played Santa Claus or Mr. Claus, and
they called him Nick.
Yeah, they called him Nick. I do like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I really do. Like, a lot of his movies can be kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy them. I like some cheese. Mm-hmm. Also, Game of Thrones actor was in as well. Mm-hmm. His name has slipped in my head. He played Krampus. Mm-hmm. Do you remember his name off the top of your head?
No, of course not.
Oh.
For one, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, and don't plan to. But let's talk about the movie. So the movie is a kind of Christmassy heist movie. Nick, or Santa Claus, he is kind of your workout buff Santa Claus, which is really nice to see Santa Claus not just be the jolly fat guy that we all have grown up with. He's, this kind of workout buff dude. And even Mrs. Claus was not, just, I'm going to go bake cookies and, be off in the corner. No, like she's just as much involved in this very intricate FBI, CIA type operation that they have going on in the North Pole. And his head of security, his name's Cal, I think, played by The Rock. He's
part of the elf crew.
Yeah, he's part of the elf crew, like ELF. So basically their whole job is just to make sure that Santa is safe and is able to accomplish his mission every year. And then there's, I forgot what the other one was, the other organization that they like operate under, but there's like another organization that's headed up by Lucy Liu, who like their organization keeps all mythological creatures and magic and stuff kind of concealed from the human world, which I thought was really cool. Just a really cool concept. But anyway, so during the course of the movie, Santa Claus gets kidnapped and they're not sure who's kidnapped him. And the person that helped him kidnap is kind of a kid that's, grown up on the hard side of the tracks, played by Nick Evans. They call him the Wolf because he's good at tracking people online. And it was really nice to see Chris Evans, do something a little more kitschy and a little more goofy. But I also really enjoyed that he was able to heighten his natural accent. So Chris Evans is from Boston, grew up in that area. So he has kind of more of that East Coast Boston accent, and you heard it a lot more in this movie than I think in some of the other movies that he's done. So that was fun. And the movie is not super action packed, definitely family friendly. If anything, the reason that it has a PG-13 rating is because of the language. But even then, I mean, like, still super chill, just a good stereotypical classic family Christmas movie that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it too. And sorry, I keep looking down and looking at my phone, looking up movie stats, because the guy that played Kevin on Was his name Kevin?
Oh, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I was disappointed he was in the movie just for like barely anything.
Yeah, I think his real name is like Mark something, Mark Jacobs or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so no, I thought it was a good movie too. I really enjoyed it. I personally do like The Rock's cheesy movies. I think they can be a lot of fun. A lot of them maybe are a little bit lower budget though, and just kind of streaming kind of videos stuff. But I still really get a kick out of them and enjoy them. But I too also like that Santa Claus was more fit, and because you got to think if he's really delivering presents in one day, you do have to be fit. I mean, I don't know. It made a lot more sense that he was this fit Santa rather than the fat, happy, jolly fellow we all think of.
And they talk about that in the movie of just like you see various phases of him working out and like watching his diet, but then he also talks about eating all the cookies and carb loading, and so I just thought that was fun. I also thought it was fun that, pardon me, they brought in other Christmas and Yuletide lore and stories. So the main kind of overarching protagonist is Grilla or Gryla, which comes out of Nordic mythology, and they blended both the Norse and Celtic and German. They blended them all together super well of just like, oh, originally she was this troll, and they mentioned that like she's actually a troll and she has all these kids and blah blah blah. But then how it like changed to her being kind of more of like a Christmas witch type situation, and just like through different iterations of stories. Same thing with Krampus, where they kind of brought in the little bit of lore about him. He might have been Saint Nick's brother, and so like all these other things.
Speaking of Krampus, Christopher Hivju.
He's
this
Norse.
guy. You all know him.
Yeah, he's Norse.
But yeah, he was awesome in Game of Thrones, but he was also pretty fun in this movie as well. I didn't recognize him because the way they had Krampus, I mean, it didn't look like him because it just had all this makeup and obviously Krampus, I mean, looked like Krampus, so he didn't look like the actor, but it was cool. I like Krampus. I like that whole storyline of punishing the bad children. I think that's a fun take on Christmas mythology and all that. So yeah, overall I give it, I don't know. I mean, I give it a good rating. I thought it was good. I don't have an exact number in mind, but I mean, it was worth watching. I'd probably watch it again.
Yeah.
Another Christmas down the line, you know. I'm not running. I don't have to go rewatch it right now, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. Like, I thought it was really good. Yeah, definitely something that I would like rewatch at like another holiday thing, or if it just happens to come on during the holiday season, I would definitely rewatch it. It's not, like you said, it's not really necessarily one that you like kind of want to seek out necessarily, but I mean, like it falls right in line with every other like good Christmas movie that has lasted for years, like the Santa Claus and Elf and all those that like we just watch every year. Like this definitely falls right into that. I just do think that it falls a little bit below. I think casting wise it was good, budgetary wise, and
casting and acting.
Yeah, casting and acting
really
I thought
good.
was pretty good. I definitely just think that there were like a few things that they could have kind of clarified or done better or utilized actors better. Like I would have loved to have more like on the side of like Mrs. Claus and not just her kind of be this like bustling wife that goes through every once in a while. And there were definitely some kind of more like heartfelt moments. I think they could have elaborated on the story about the wolf's son and like all of that stuff. So like there were just like pieces that were missed, or like kind of mild plot holes, or plot holes that didn't fully connect, so yeah, like I said, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, overall I think it was really well done, but the writing and some of the plots. Like even at the end, like spoilers, we'll give a couple spoilers. So they're fighting, the Christmas witch. They're fighting her at the end, and it was funny because she falls, and so we're like, oh, that's it, and then. But then even, like, she came back and they fought a little more, but even that, like, was really short-lived. And then Krampus came in, saved the day, and then he didn't save the day, and then Santa Claus comes back and saves the day.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, I mean, it was almost like they ran out of time and just was like, all right, we got to get this in.
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. It ran out of time, and then it's also just, I mean, like, absolutely predictable in terms of, like, what happens. She falls, and then, okay, great. But like I just felt like there could have been more, and I don't even know what the runtime on the movie was because I didn't feel like it was all that long.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up. It didn't feel over all that long, but then it was time for bed when we were done with it. Let me see. Red 1 length 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that.
No, so yeah, I mean it was good.
Yeah,
it was good. So I would say if you have Prime Video, it's definitely worth taking 2 hours and 3 minutes of your life and watching it. Yeah, the main thing is if you don't like cussing, which if you watch my videos, you don't mind cussing, but if you don't like cussing or you want to watch it with your kids or something, just keep in mind there is some language. They say the S word multiple times.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one. There's like twice where like they almost get an F-bomb, but it gets bleeped out.
Sorry, I was saying hi to my cat.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, they say the F-bomb, but then they bleep it out. So. Yeah.
Or it's like, like one of those like where
you hear the cut F off. Yeah,
and you get the head.
That was it. Yeah.
Cuts off.
Yeah.
But like the rest of it is just, I mean, honestly could have been PG if it wasn't the language. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely feel free to watch it. Let us know your thoughts if you've seen the red one, and let us know what you thought. Hopefully you are enjoying your Christmas season as we're coming into the new year. I will leave a link to Ice Goddess's channel down below just in case anybody likes Skiara and wants to see more of her. That sounded really weird, but
yeah,
she is married.
No, it's so yeah, my channel, we focus more on books, if you didn't already know that, but we have been behind, just end of the year kind of shenanigans, with everything going on, and reading books is challenging at this point in the year. It's always been a challenge for me, but I will have a end of the year book review coming out this week, so hopefully you guys will pop over for that. And if not, you're always welcome to just pop over and say hello, listen to a couple of book reviews. I like to keep mine nice and short, usually between 10 to 15 minutes. They're not
some of them shorter.
Sometimes they're shorter
7 or 8
than that.
minutes. Yeah.
So yeah, not super long book reviews. I'm just like not a big fan of long reviews in general. Like
you would not like my channel.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. But thanks everybody for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and see you next time with another video. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be, let's start over. Your smile, though. Are you going to keep smiling?
What do you want me to do? You were talking, you were introducing the video. Action.